Well, back guys to Fog Entertainment, back with another Mayans review, episode 3 of season 3, Overreaching, Don't Pay. With a lot of stuff to go off on this episode, and a lot of stuff went down. Sam Crow paid a visit, Coco's on the heroin didn't even get across the border because the police showed up. We've got people potentially ratting, we've got a lot of stuff to get through, but sadly it is a one-man band, but we will be back to us to talk about some talking points in this episode in the near future and in the future episodes as well. And other stuff on this channel. I mean, it isn't just a mine channel. I guess it has just turned into that over recent weeks because there's been a lot of hype. I mean, it's like the only thing on television at the minute that's relevant or any good. But yeah, we kick off this episode with Coco. Flashbacks to him and his mum when he was injecting heroin into her toes, which is just a disaster in itself. But so yeah, we're kind of seeing what happened to him, and then we see Hope give him heroin at the Meth Mountain place or whatever you want to call it. And then when we see him later on in the episode, he returns. Gilly confronts him. He says he's all right, he's off that stuff, and then that is when Sam Crow show up, and they reveal we've got Happy and Montez basically slabbering to the Mayans. Like the truce is like we're back into technically a wee jobber war, so to speak. Just due to the 12 VM members that were dead. But there was no mention of the Sam Crow member. And I tell you what, guys, I'm beginning to think that Big Montez and Paulo have moved that body and kept it in storage for maybe maybe Paulo's leveraging Montez. Maybe that's what it is. So obviously they had some sort of side deal. And Happy also reveals that Les Packer has cancer. He's in chemo, so Happy's taking over San Bernardino. I'm not going to dive too much into this because we'll make a fit on it later on this week. But why is the Sergeant at Arms of Charmin put in charge of San Bernardino? Who knows? But yeah, it was great seeing Sam Crow in this episode. But Bishop is a bit suspicious of Montez. We also saw the crew discussing the heroin they're going to be bringing 200 keys, and we also saw them confronting Alvarez, who seems to think the Kings and Bishop and Santa Padre are pally. Well, guess what? Bishop and Alvarez, well, more particularly Alvarez in this instance, they're no pally, big man. You are getting shafted left, right, and centre. We also see Emily and her sister go out for ice cream. She's asking her about when was the last time you and Miguel, brother, hooked up, went toe to toe with the grade 1? When was the last time you got laid, Emily? And then Emily's obviously spectacle. What the fuck am I smoking? She's hesitant to answer, obviously. Doesn't want to say in front of Big Cristobal in case he goes and touts to his daddy. But yeah, we also saw obviously the town being hostile towards them. Ice cream thrown at the window, and then her sister calls her a fat little, calls the guy a fat little dick walrus. And you know what? See, for an Emily scene, this was good. It was a light-hearted scene, and I'm just sick of seeing a depressed Emily like constantly look like she's about to cry or has been crying. And same with Felipe, man. At least this was, I mean, Felipe, oh, get him off the screen, guys. Oh my god, what is happening, man? Jesus Christ, not good. Meanwhile, Easy and Angel, they head over the border with Juan Denver. He's singing John Denver songs. This was pretty funny. They get the heroin. They come back. The wheel snaps. We're on a bit of a problem. And when they try and get the heroin up and sort it, the police show up. So Big Prospect Steve is sent over to deal with them. But was it Vicky that sent them? Because obviously earlier on this episode, we also had her talking to the trafficker woman who got caught in the premiere. Says, you may rat out the Mayans. Don't want to be doing 10 years. She thinks something. She doesn't like the club for after the response of Riz's death, which she doesn't. I mean, imagine she found out that Taza was the guy that killed him. Jesus, what's going to happen? But Steve blocks the police, which buys him enough time to get rid of the heroin back into the tunnel. Bishop's pissed about it because now, I mean, the ghost, it's gone. The body, the gimmick is out the window because now the other Kings, Alvarez, they're all going to find out. And what have they got the amount for it? Hee-haw, because the body heroin is still in the tunnel. And, not good. When Emily tries to seduce Miguel, he jobs her out and storms off. So it looks like it's going to be a couple more months before she gets any action. Coco then returns to the Meth Mountain. And I think Coco's going to die. I do, soon, this season. like, I don't know. I just feel it never really happened in Sons, but they didn't like junkies. You know, there was a lot of emphasis. We don't like. I mean, Nero's wife, well, his mother is the mother to his child. Wendy, obviously, Jack's fucking that whole Gemma here on the Jack's. I remember what it was, episode 2 of season 6. He's like, "There's only one thing more dangerous than a rat, a junkie rat," which is a brilliant line. So yeah, I think once they find out about Bishop, man, that could be gone. No, Coco, and also the leader there takes pictures of him, so he'll probably leverage that against them. Easy thanks Gabby, and then Adelita at the end shows up at Angel's house, and Bishop shows up at the mayor's house because obviously they had a fling in the past. So yeah, what's going to happen next time out? Montez in the promo looks like he's getting too close for comfort with someone in a barn, and what's going to happen with Adelita and Angel. But anyway, guys, it was a good episode of the Mayans. I'll give it an 8 out of 10, but we'll be back with more fids this week, so check out them. But until then, peace.